Wake of the Red Witch. Released 1948, directed by Edward Ludwig. Blood Alley. Released 1955, directed by William A. Wellman. Island in the Sky. Released 1953, directed by William A. Wellman. The Sea Chase. Released 1955, directed by John Farrow. The Wings of Eagles. Released 1957, directed by John Ford. The High and the Mighty. Released 1954, directed by William A. Wellman. How the West Was Won. Released 1962, directed by Henry Hathaway, George Marshall, John Ford, Richard Thorpe. How the West Was Won. 142 of 1189, every Oscar-winning film ever. 130 of 553, the greatest epic movies ever made. 41 of 176, the best movies of the 60s. Operation Pacific. Released 1951, directed by George Wagner Moore. Operation Pacific. 12 of 51, best submarine movies of all time. 137 of 315, the best military movies ever made. Back to Bataan. Released 1945, directed by Edward Dmytryk. Cahill U. Marshal. Released 1973, directed by Andrew V. McLaughlin. The Train Robbers. Released 1973, directed by Burt Kennedy Moore. The Train Robbers. 120 of 175, the best comedy movies of the 1977 of 62, the best and Margaret movies. Flying Leathernecks. Released 1951, directed by Nicholas Ray. Three Godfathers. Released 1948, directed by John Ford. Flying Tigers. Released 1942, directed by David Miller Moore. Flying Tigers. 42 of 214, the greatest World War Roman II movies of all time. 35 of 89, the best airplane movies. The Fighting Seabees. Released 1944, directed by Edward Ludwig. Hellfighters. Released 1968, directed by Andrew V. McLaughlin. Angel and the Badman. Released 1947, directed by James Edward Grant Moore. Angel and the Badman. 18 of 51 free movies, the best films in the public domain. 2 of 142, the best Western movies on Amazon Prime. 14 of 49, the best 1940s Western movies. Hatari. Released 1962, directed by Howard Hawks. Donovan's Reef. Released 1963, directed by John Ford. The Green Berets. The War Wagon. The War Wagon. They were expendable. Rooster Cogburn. Released 1975, directed by Stuart Miller Moore. Rooster Cogburn, 197 of 553. The best 70s movies, 133 of 152 movies that should never be remade. Rio Lobo. Released 1970, directed by Howard Hawksmoor. Rio Lobo, 17 of 72. The best U.S. Civil War movies. The Comancheros. Released 1961, directed by John Wayne, Michael Curtiz. The Alamo. Released 1960, directed by John Wayne. The Longest Day. Released 1962, directed by Darrell F. Zanuck, Ken Anakin, Bernard Wicki, Andrew Martin, Jared Oswald Moore. The Longest Day, 2 of 374, the 50-plus best war movies ever made. Ranked 43 of 275, the best movies based on true stories. North to Alaska. Released 1960, directed by John Wayne, Henry Hathaway. Chisum. Released 1970, directed by Andrew V. McLintock. The Horse Soldiers. Released 1959, directed by John Ford Moore. The Horse Soldiers, 14 of 28 Civil War movies. List 8 of 72 the best U.S. Civil War movies ever made. The Quiet Man. Released 1952, directed by John Ford Moore. The Quiet Man, 129 of 152 movies that should never be remade. 25 of 50 the best movies based on short stories. McLintock. McLintock. In Harm's Way. Released 1965, directed by Otto Preminger. The Sons of Katie Elder. Released 1965, directed by Henry Hathaway Moore. The Sons of Katie Elder, 11 of 47. The greatest Western movies of the 1960s, 10 of 142. The best Western movies on Amazon Prime. The Cowboys. Released 1972, directed by Mark Rydell Moore. The Cowboys, 550 of 557. The greatest film scores of all time, 28 of 45. The best Western movies of the 70s. True Grit. True Grit. Sands of Iwo Jima. Sands of Iwo Jima. Stagecoach. Dorado. El Dorado. Hondo. Hondo. The Shootist. Released 1976. Directed by Don Siegel. The Searchers. Released 1956. Directed by John Ford. Fort Apache. Released 1948, directed by John Ford. Rio Grande. Rio Grande. Rio Bravo. Rio Bravo. Red River. Red River. Big Jake. Released 1971, directed by George Sherman. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. She wore a yellow ribbon. She wore a yellow ribbon.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care. Bye.